Welcome to episode 19 of the Ride and Inspire Rockcast. I'm on another creativity walk, taking you on my evening walk, sharing my thoughts with you. Today, I'd like to talk about something that has been bothering me for a while. And actually, this sounds maybe a little harsh, but it's about the snobbification of mountain biking or outdoor sports in general. It started off with something that I heard in a podcast from Pinkbike when they talked pretty diminishingly about content creators and about many YouTubers saying, okay, well, you can go bumbling down the trail if you want to, but why film it and upload it to YouTube? As in, you need to be a racer or a pro to upload videos on YouTube. And first of all, why does this bother me? Because I think that that's the beauty of YouTube, that everyone can upload and that you get to see, let's call it, real life insights also of trails that when pros ride them, they're just flying over them. So you think, oh, wow, this is an easy trail. And you get there and you're like, oh my God, this is so steep. This is basically unrideable for about 95% of the riders out there. So when you only see pro riders uploading their YouTube videos, you start to get the impression that you need to be able to drop or jump huge gap jumps. You need to ride at huge speeds to be a mountain biker, and that most trails out there, they will just look much easier than they really are. So it doesn't really reflect the real mountain biking that's out there. And that's when it started that I started looking into this and saying, okay, why is Pinkbike, who, if you look at it, like I'd say 95% or even more of the listeners are the trail bumblers, the people who are bumbling down the trails, and that is okay because I'm also probably in their eyes, I'm also a bumbler because I'm not riding at the same speed as a World Cup rider is riding, and I'm not doing 25 meter or how many feet that is, 75 feet gap jumps, but I'm also a mountain biker just the way you're a mountain biker if you're listening to it. So who decides what makes you a real mountain biker? And I work with many clients who don't even want to ride trails. Like some of my clients, they say, I just want to use my mountain bike to ride gravel roads, have a cup of coffee, and get back home and feel safe while doing so. So can you please teach me the skills that I need to control my bike down moderately sloped gravel roads? And of course, everyone would say, like, why would you need a skills coach to do that? Well, you don't need it, but you will feel safer if you improve your coordination and your skills, and you will crash less. So if this person wants to feel safer doing so, that's when they start working with me. And of course, it's not like the majority of the people I work with, because the majority of my people are riders who want to ride very technical trails. But some of my clients are that way, and it's okay. And I would never say they're not real mountain bikers, because who is anyone to decide what is real mountain biking? You know, is Rampage real mountain biking? Or is cross-country Olympics real mountain biking? Or is enduro riding? Or is e-biking real mountain biking? Why is one more real than the other? At the end of the day, we're on a mountain bike, we're out in nature, and we're having fun, right? So if you are having fun on your bike, then you're a biker. And if you're having fun on your mountain bike, you're a mountain biker. No matter whether this is an e-bike or cross-country bike or whatever kind of bike, if you consider yourself a mountain biker, you're a mountain biker. And then I brought out a video, which I'm going to link below, and I called it 4 mountain bike skills every mountain biker should and can learn. And it doesn't mean that you're not a real mountain biker if you don't have interest in learning these skills. But what I wanted to imply is that if you learn these skills, that you'll feel much safer and be much safer out on your bike, because you'll have the coordination and the anticipation and the playfulness to maneuver your bike when the terrain gets a little looser, and maybe, for example, when you need to abruptly stop because something jumps in front of your bike. Because I have seen many crashes in the city when someone crashed badly because a kid jumped out in front of the bike and this person wasn't able to brake safely. Or I've seen a crash on a gravel road when an older lady, she was riding down a gravel road and then a dog ran in front of her bike. She got scared, she grabbed the brakes and she went over the handlebar. And these are things that can be avoided by skills training. And it doesn't mean that you need to ride super amazing crass trails to be a real mountain biker and to profit from these skills, but it does mean that working on your skills and practicing in a structured manner will allow you to enjoy your mountain bike more and will allow you to be safer, to avoid crashing, and to just have more fun out there, which, to be honest, is my mission. I went on a mission a few years ago and said mountain biking does not need to be scary. Mountain biking does not need to involve crashing. It can. If for you mountain biking is riding the most amazing jumps, doing tricks, and it's more like a slope style riding, then yes, for you crashing will be part of the game. But for me and for many riders out there, it doesn't have to be part of the game. Mountain biking can also be about riding trails in control, and it can be about riding technical trails, steep gnar, loose gnar, chutes in control, or it can also be about riding gravel roads in control, or just having a great day out with friends, going for a coffee on your mountain bike and coming back. Whatever it is, skills will help you to do this safer, and that's why I want to share my knowledge, and that's what I've been doing for over 14 years now, and teaching other instructors how to instruct safer, how to set their clients up for success is what makes me happy, because I realize that I have so many clients who call me after we've worked together and say, "You've given me so much more life quality with my bike because I finally have less fear, I finally feel safe. And also, you've helped me find my authenticity because I finally am brave enough to own my ride, to say, okay, for me mountain biking is just doing this, this, this. And for my husband, it's this. And now we do our thing, and once a week we do it together and we enjoy it because we finally say what we really feel." And isn't life seriously about that? Finding your way of life, finding your way of doing things? As I said in one of my latest episodes, for me, life is about disappointing as many people as it takes to not disappoint yourself. And this is really what I believe, and this is what I want to give the world through mountain biking, is allowing them to find their authenticity, allowing them to find what nourishes their soul versus what feeds the ego, and getting more and more into what nourishes the soul and doing more of that, and away from you're only a real mountain biker if you do this. You're only a real mountain bike if you have this jacket, if you ride this bike, if you have this fork, if you know, it's an endless discussion. Where does real mountain bikers start? And I really want to invite you to think about that, and to, if someone says that, just question him and say, who decides what real mountain biking is? Look what nourishes your soul and do more of that. It sounds trivial, but it's not. Often the simplest things are those that bring the most joy in our life. And often the simple answers are those that the soul calls for, and the complex things are those that our ego calls for. Though this sounds abstract, for me it's been a game changer in my life. Recovering from anorexia and recovering from many, let's call it, stressful episodes in my life where I noticed that the main reason I was feeling the stress is because I was going down the path of my ego, and I was allowing my ego to decide and not my soul to guide me. And that's why I want to share this through mountain biking with you. That's all I've got for you today. It was a special episode because I just blurted out what my soul was calling for, and I hope you appreciate it. If you do, buy me a coffee or become a patron to support this podcast, because it's not monetized, and I'd love to keep going with this podcast because I believe It brings a lot into the world. That's all I've got for you now, for real. Goodbye.